Hi, my name is Scott Viala. We're in my gym today, Viala Training in Kelowna, BC, Canada. So I am very excited to bring you guys today a full kettlebell workout brought to you by Set for Set. So we are going to start off today with a kettlebell clean. So a kettlebell clean is one of my favorite exercises. So it can be a very powerful exercise when done correctly. So we're going to start off on our right side. So my right hand is going to grab the left side of the kettlebell handle. So I want my thumb to come over my pointer and my middle finger. So I'm coming down into a squat pattern. So I'm here, right hand's grabbing that left side of the bell. I want to set my shoulder blades back so my lats are tight, core is braced, glutes are firing off, quads tight. So I am driving for my heels. As I'm driving for my heels, I am pulling with my lats. So I want to do one explosive motion, driving up from that bottom. I want that kettlebell to go around the outside of my forearm, and I want to cradle that kettlebell in at that top position, which is called the rack position. So I'll give you a little demonstration. So we are here, making sure that our wrist is locked out, that we have no break in the wrist, and we are stacked under the elbow and under the shoulder. So lots of tension here, driving from the legs, pulling with the lats, in nice and tight. So when we're in this rack position here, I want my elbow to be tight to my rib cage and my forearm to be pinned to my chest. So then the kettlebell, the ball of the kettlebell is resting on my shoulder, my bicep, and my forearm. So you have a bunch of different points of contact. So from here, I'm just gonna do a little roll on my shoulder, bring that kettlebell down, and then I'm coming back down to that into that bottom position, that squat pattern. So we wanna really drive from the legs, kettlebell is going to the outside of the forearm, cradling in nice and tight. So we're gonna do 10 reps on each side. So I got 53 pounds here. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So we're driving with the legs, wrist locked out, explode up. And rest. Switch to that other side. So we're really focusing on keeping that kettlebell as tight to the body as we can. When we are doing this dead clean, that's a variation of clean that we're doing, we don't want that bell to be coming up and over, smashing down on that shoulder or on the bicep or forearm. If you are getting a little bit too much smash down on the shoulder or on the forearm, more often than not, we're probably getting too much arc. So I've got a lighter bell so I can demonstrate this. Probably get a little bit too much of an arc coming up and smashing down like that. So we want to keep that bell as tight to the body as we can, really cradling in at the top. So think when we're coming through into that rack position, think about spearing your hand through that handle and cradling that bell in. All right, let's set up on the other side. Left hand grabbing the right side of the handle, driving from those legs, and let's go. And rest. Grab some water if you need some. So again, being in full control of that kettlebell at all times. When we're coming off from that little bit roll off the shoulder, things that we want to avoid from, we don't want to just roll off shoulder and have it pull us down like that. Once we get that roll off, coming right back down into that squat pattern. So rolling off the shoulder, right back into that squat pattern. And that's going to save your rotator cuff. So we're coming down, it's not pulling us forward. So when we're coming through, when we're driving up, really keeping that core braced, glutes tight, lots of tension in that kettlebell. So just like when we're doing our mace work, kettlebells, we need to keep a lot of tension in that bell, especially off that starting position. Things to really avoid. I don't want you guys coming down, getting that bend in the elbow, bend the wrist, and then coming up. What that's going to do, that's going to create that whiplash effect. So we're coming up here, driving up, then it's just going to jar and pull everything forward. Not only that, we're also going to lose out on a lot of power. So when we're down here, that wrist is locked out, stacked under the elbow, under the shoulder, lots of tension in that grip. Then we have so much explosive power coming up. But anytime, even if we're coming down and we get that break in the wrist, and then coming up like that, again, it's gonna create that little bit of a whiplash effect and really pull on the joints, but then we're also gonna lose out on a lot of power. So we are here, right hand, left side. We're ready for that second set. Let's go, 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Again, elbows tight to the rib cage, forearms on that chest. Switching sides. So again, I like to have that kettlebell stacked right underneath that arm, so then we're just coming straight up around that outside of that forearm into that cradle. Other side, we ready? And rest. Grab some water if you need some. This here will build some strong biceps. I do not do a lot of bicep curls and things like that, other than some accessory motions with the steel mace. I feel that I get more than enough work for my biceps doing all different types of clean variations. Just that motion here coming up and over really works those biceps quite like anything else. Feeling it. That is a solid kettlebell right there. Very nice work set for set. All right, a little bit longer rest. Then we're up for our third set of our kettlebell dead cleans. All right. Ready? I've got a power stance here, coming down to that squat pattern. So one thing, people always ask, what do I do with my opposite arm? I like to just keep it out to the side, even keep it tucked to the side of the head, whatever feels more comfortable, just as long as this arm isn't getting in the way of the kettlebell. So here, wherever you feel the most comfortable with that outside arm. So tension that bell. We ready? 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Pull. The side. We're ready to take a rest if we need. I am ready to go. And rest. Grab some water if you need. That core being braced, very important. I felt on one of those reps there, I didn't properly brace my core, and I felt that when I came up, I had nowhere near as much power because my core was not braced. So when I drove up here, I didn't have my core braced, and I actually felt my lower back. So that made me really think, all right, dial in that core, really brace. When in that bottom position, brace that core, power. Rest of the set felt great. All right, next exercise up, we have kettlebell swings. So first things first, our setup. We want to be about 1.5 feet behind that kettlebell. Feet both shoulder width apart, a little bit wider is fine. We can have those toes facing forward, or we can just pronate them out a little bit. Whatever feels more natural for you, totally up to you guys. So we're starting off, we want just a little bend in the knee. Then we are shooting those hips back, bringing that chest down, that back is flat. So we are coming in to that hinge pattern right here. So before we even touch that bell, our hamstrings and our glutes should already be activated. Then I am diving forward, grabbing the handle of the kettlebell, bringing it back onto an angle. So I'm here, setting those shoulders back, so those lats are tight. So literally right now, everything in my body is activated. Hamstrings tight, glutes tight, core tight, lats tight, lots of tension on that bell. So first thing we want to do, we want to hike that bell back and up like it's a football. So we want that bell to go right between the legs. So we want to be in this position here. So this is our back swing. So we want our forearms to be on the inside of our quads. And as soon as they hit the inside of the quads, we are driving our hips forward, propelling that bell up to about chest height. So anywhere around here. So when we're in that top position, we almost want to be in like a standing plank. So again, at the top, lots of tension at the top. That core is rock solid, lats are tight. We're here, we're never letting that bell pull us forward, not having any rounding. Always having those shoulder blades set back, lats rock solid. Then we're breathing in, that kettlebell's flowing through, hinge pattern, big exhale, popping those hips up. So kettlebell swing, I believe, is one of the very best all-around strength and conditioning exercises when done properly. When we put a lot of power intensity into that hip drive, I think a kettlebell swing is one of the very best strength and conditioning exercises you can do. So we're gonna do 15 reps here. So we're in our stance. I like to have my toes out just a little bit of the knee, shooting my hips back. All right, we ready? Let's go. 3, 2, and 1, let's go. We're ready for that second set. So we're in our power stance. So for me, the stance a little bit wide than shoulder apart, toes are out, a little bit of the knee, shoot those hips back. My chest is coming down, so that back is flat. Tension on that bell in that hike position. 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Backswing, tension, rest. So something to really keep in mind, when we're setting that bell down, we want that bell going down under tension. So backswing, placing that bell down under tension. Never let that kettlebell, after we're coming through that last swing, pull us forward like that. We need tension on that kettlebell at all times. Slow down that breathing a little bit. Breathe in through the nose. Big exhale. In through the nose. Hold, hold. Big exhale. So when you feel that heart rate climbing, after a really hard strength and conditioning exercise like this, that nice slow controlled breathing will bring that heart rate down so much quicker. All right, third set, we ready? 3, 2, and 1, let's go, 15 reps. And rest. Control that breathing, let the heart rate come down. Nice and controlled. All right, grab some water if you need some. We got one more set of these guys. Hamstrings are feeling worked. Glutes feeling good. All the guys out there, you gotta work on your glutes. See all the girls working on the glutes quite a bit. Looking very good. Guys seem to take a back seat to glute training. I don't know why. Something really gotta focus on. We're in that top position, squeeze the shit out of the glutes, core tight, lots of tension on the top. All right, we ready for one more set? I think we're ready. Let's get in that stance. Let's set it up. Hips are back, lots of tension. 3, 2, and 1, let's go. rest. Whew. All right, we've done our dead cleans and our kettlebell swings. Our last exercise for the day, we're gonna do a tricep. So we're gonna do an around the body. We're gonna do around the body stalls. Then we're gonna come down into a low plank and we're gonna do a plank drag, all with that same kettlebell. So for the around the bodies, got a little bit lighter bell to start off with. So we're gonna be here, feet are shoulder width apart. Always keep that just a little brace in the knees. So everything in the body, I wanna be nice and tense, and I just wanna be fluid in the arms, letting that bell make a nice circle around the body. So when we're coming around, we are just switching the hands, so grabbing the opposite side of the handle, making a nice, smooth circle around the body. So we're gonna do 10 reps, then we're gonna stop that bell in front, and we're gonna do 10 reps the opposite way. Then we're gonna go right into around the body stalls. So this next one is a similar motion, just a little bit more explosive motion coming across the chest, so that bell is stalling right by the shoulder. So we're here, elbows tight to the rib cage, forearms on the chest. We want that bell just to free fall down, coming around the back, switching hands, firing across, stalling right by the shoulder, elbows to the rib cage, forearm on the chest. Letting that bell free fall down, around the back, switch hands, firing across. And then our third one, a lot more simpler. We're just coming down into a low plank. So we're in this low plank here. That kettlebell is right behind our elbows. So we're here. I want to grab the handle of the kettlebell with an underhand grip, drag it through, flip it over, switch into that other side. So my opposite forearm's coming down, underhand grip, drag, and flip. So when we're coming down, it'll be a lot smoother. If we have the back of the hand facing towards the ground, drag through, flip it over, then we get set up, other side, and it's very fluid when we do it that way. All right, so we're back to that 53-pounder. We're gonna do around the bodies, 10 reps each way, around the body stalls, 10 reps each way, down to that low plank, 10 reps each way. All right, are we ready? My core needs to be braced, as always. All right, 3, 2, and 1, let's go, 10 reps. Make sure we're breathing. And switch directions, make sure when we're switching that bell's in front of us, opposite way. And good. Round the body stalls, fire across. Round the back, switch, fire across. Core braced. Boom. And down that low plank. All right. We on those forearms. That core's braced. Let's go. Almost there. Boom. Whew. And rest, you guys. Whew. Those three there are probably one of my favorite triceps exercises put together. They just go right into each other very fluidly, and it just gets everything firing off. A nice way to finish off the workout. All right, I think that is enough rest for us. We're back for around the bodies. Let's set it up. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it. Make sure we're breathing. And switch directions. Right, and stalls across. Boom. Down to low plank. Talk about bicep work. Around the body stalls, we'll get those arms firing off. One, boom, woo, and rest. Rest, guys, rest. Just as I'm looking out, it is starting to snow here. Not too happy about that, but luckily for me, I have this nice, beautiful gym. It can be nice and warm, place to work out in the Canadian winter. Whew. But that being said, I live in one of the most beautiful places in the world, so a little bit of snow is not too bad. Am I stalling for time so I don't have to do my last set? A little bit, a little bit. I'm gonna chalk my hands, and we are gonna do our last set for the day. So around the body stalls, and plank drags. All right, we ready, you guys? Setting up, setting up. 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Switch. And good. Round the body stalls. Let's go. Almost there. Last one. Boom. Down into that low plank. We got plank drags, and we're done for the day. All right, set up that bell. We need that kettlebell to be right behind our elbows. We got ready, 3, 2, and 1. Controlled motion. Almost there. One more each way. And boom. Workout. of the day, you guys. That is a nice quick full body exercise workout brought to you guys by Set for Set. I am feeling it, and I hope you guys felt that one too. Till next time, I'm Scott Viala. We are at Viala Training, bringing you a kettlebell workout brought to you by Set for Set.